Did you know that April is Fair Housing Month? This month, back in 1968, the Fair Housing Act was passed. That was a landmark piece of legislation that made it illegal to discriminate against people based on color, race, national origin, religion, sex, familial status, or disability in the sale or rental or financing of a house, apartment, condo, whatever. So why is fair housing important? Because despite the progress that has been made, housing discrimination still exists in many forms. For example, landlords or sellers may refuse to rent or sell to certain groups of people or may steer them towards certain neighborhoods based on their race or ethnicity. Yes, this is 2023, and yes, this does still happen. A lot of times, it's not only because of their race or their skin color. Used to, nobody wanted to work with a single woman to buy a house because single women should not be having a house on their own. People with disabilities are often discriminated against, especially if they're trying to rent a property, because the landlords may have to make certain adjustments to the property to make it accessible to that person. National origin, religion, we have Baptists, Catholics, Protestants. You've got the Mormon church. You've got a lot of different churches. We also have Hindu temples, Islam temples, different things like that. I can't prohibit, I can't take someone away from being able to buy a house in a neighborhood just because of what religion they are. And it blows my mind that I hear agents in conversation talking about where so-and-so is buying a house, or they wanted to look in this area, but I told them absolutely not. That's against the law, people. You can't tell people where they can and cannot look for a house. It's not up to you. If they have the money and they are qualified and that's where they want to live, that's where they have the right to live. So, as a society, we have a responsibility to ensure that everyone has access to safe, affordable, and fair housing. One way to do that is to educate yourself. How can you educate yourself? You learn more about the fair housing laws and what they mean for you as a renter or as a homeowner. If you're thinking about renting out a house, you need to familiarize yourself with the fair housing laws so you don't get sued. You can find resources and information available online or by contacting your local fair housing organization. Number 2, speak up. If you see or experience housing discrimination, speak up, report it to the appropriate authority or organization so that action can be taken to cease and desist that type of behavior. And the third thing you can do is you can get involved. Volunteer with a local fair housing organization and attend events and workshops to learn more about fair housing and how you can make a difference. Fair housing is a fundamental right for everyone, regardless of their background or their circumstances. So let's all work together to create a society where everyone has access to safe, affordable, and fair housing.